Survivors of sexual assault and abuse don't always know where to turn.
The Healing Center, though, is one such place that is a safe place where survivors can find support. Marianne Claseri is the executive director, and we thank her for joining us this morning. Marianne, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
I had the distinct pleasure of touring the Healing Center. I just found it to be such a peaceful place, such natural light, caring people. Describe to the viewers what the Healing Center is all about and the services you provide.
Okay. The Healing Center is there to provide a very holistic healing environment for adult men and women who are survivors of sexual abuse or assault. And that abuse could have occurred when they were 2 or 3 years old, or could have occurred last week. And so what we want to do is, so often after this horrible crime has happened to them, they don't feel safe in their homes or just don't feel safe. And so first of all, we wanted to create an environment where they felt very comfortable, where they could feel safe, where they could also seek their healing. And so we wanted to make sure that environment did that. And so we provide free counseling, support groups, advocacy, every day to the survivors that come into our center.
Is there a particular population, too, that is underserved?
Absolutely. Oftentimes this trauma has occurred when they were children, and what we know about trauma is that trauma doesn't just go away the next day or even 6 months. Sometimes they're living a long time with this trauma, and it's impacted their social abilities. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're underemployed or having a difficult time finding work. And so what we target our services for are men and women who are struggling with finding health insurance, being able to access help. And so all of our services are free. We try to reach those that wouldn't be able to get those traditional services elsewhere through their health care provider. And so we target the underserved. Many are people of diversity and or immigration statuses.
Elderly people.
Elderly,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you've had a tremendous amount of success. Tell us, can you give us an example of, someone who exhibited a turnaround after coming to the Healing Center?
Absolutely, and there's many stories of success, and I think one of our successes is because we don't do it always in a very traditional way. People don't have to have an appointment to come visit our space. If they just need a day to be sit in a chair and read a book or journal. But one story is of a woman who is now probably in her 40s, but was abused as a child. And this abuse went on throughout her childhood. It was her father. But was a very bright young woman and was able to do well, was able to go to a very nice college.
She went to an Ivy League school, this
yes,
woman, right?
Yes.
This is somebody who, by everything from the outside, should have been okay.
Right, right. And so she really was utilizing that coping of studying and being very studious, and did very well, and actually graduated from that university. And it was during that time that when you're done with school or you're just finishing up, that then things started to crumble, that she turned to drugs and alcohol. She was in the sex trade. She was really gambling and spending what little money she had. She had a degree from an Ivy League university and wasn't able to get a job more than $10 an hour. So she was really struggling, gambling away her money, drinking away her money. Finally sought help at the Healing Center.
Well, before you, did she even realize why this was happening in her life? I mean, I'm thinking if she thought she was past the abuse, that she didn't even realize why her life had taken such a drastic turn.
Correct. Yes, I think oftentimes these things have been such a part of their life. Mm-hmm. What we know about childhood sexual abuse is that it's often someone that they know and are close to them. And so unfortunately that means they have access to them for a long time. So this is a lot of times children who've been abused.
This was someone who you say was abused between the ages of 2 and 3.
2 and 3, and then a lot of inappropriate sexual behavior
that continued throughout her lifetime, where her father was sexually inappropriate, would be verbally inappropriate.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Was just a bad person.
Yeah, and so it really influenced her for a lifetime. But she came to your center, and she got a lot of help at the Healing Center.
She did. She did. She went through our individual counseling. She went through a number of our different groups. She learned healthy coping techniques. She stopped drinking immediately upon coming. The gambling was a little bit harder for her to take control of, and now it's been about 7-8 months that she's stopped gambling. She's gotten a better job. She's gotten healthier relationships, so she's contributing to society. She's done.
And she's doing well.
Very well.
How many days a week does someone come to the center? They don't live there, correct?
Oh, absolutely, no.
Yeah.
They don't live there, so she might come once a week for a one-on-one counseling session, then another time for her group session. We also have topic nights where they can come. There's a couple evenings a month that they can come and learn about why they're experiencing the things they're experiencing in a very non-threatening way. So they have lots of opportunities, and then if they so choose, they could come while we're open during the day and get that extra help. But the bottom line is getting the help they need so that they can flourish and become thrivers in our society.
We are so glad you're here to offer those services. And for more information on the Healing Center and the resources available for victims of sexual abuse, you can call the number on your screen, area code 414-671-HEAL, or check out the website, thehealingcenter.org.